historical sense of how you got to where you are now. What brought you into acting and brought you across the pond?
I mean, initially, there's a story which I've told before, but maybe some of you haven't heard it. My brother was trying to kill a spider on a rock. I was very young, I was like 3 or 4, and I was standing behind him, and he was trying to kill it with a hammer. And he went like that and knocked out my 2 front teeth. And then 6 weeks or so later, I was spinning around wrapped in a blanket in our basement listening to music, because that's the kind of thing I did as a kid. Tripped over on the concrete floor and knocked out these teeth. So I had like a big hole here when I was very young until my adult teeth grew in. And so I learned to say S by saying F. And then my mum sent me to this speech therapist who taught me how to say S when my adult teeth grew in, and had me doing monologues and poems, and I just absolutely loved it. And then I just kept working with her for years, doing sort of speech and drama things, and it just felt sort of like my thing. And then I was lucky enough to go to a high school that had a really great theatre course, and then I auditioned for acting school in Australia. And I don't know, I guess I just had you know what it's like in this industry, it can be tough, and you kind of, every 4 or so years I would have a existential crisis and think, should I just give up now? Like it's, when it was feeling hard. But I didn't. And at one of those times I decided to go to New York to get inspired and do some classes. I had sort of gave myself a choice: go to New Zealand and walk through the wilderness and kind of figure out what life's about and what I want to do, or go to the opposite, New York, be immersed in concrete jungle and do classes and stuff. I chose that option and then kind of never looked back. I saw a path forward in New York. Fortunately, got a job after being here for less than a year, randomly on a guest role in Sex and the City. That was my first job in the US. And so I got an agent and saw a path forward. So then it was, like the rest of my career up until White Lotus, really, just sort of, really enjoying life in New York. Let's add that in. Like, I just loved it, and met some great loves. 2 of them are here.